Hey everybody, it's Coin Snobz. I'm Keith.
And I'm Jason.
And right now we're going to do some custom wrapped rolls.
Right now.
With them right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Okay.
So, with them limiting us on our coin rolls, I was able to get these in several dozen different trips to the bank. So,
yeah.
As you can see, they're all denominations for everyday circulation coins, and we had one that just couldn't bear it anymore. It had to just end it.
Just done. Done with
it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. It did it onto the asphalt, which is about 215 degrees here because the ambient temperature outside was 115. So
yeah,
it just couldn't take it anymore.
Chilly. It's not 120. Whatever.
Yeah.
Get over it. All right, we'll go through them and be right back. All right, we may have found something. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that's got to be silver. Nice. Definitely silver. All right, guys, recap of what we found. First, overview, of course. And let's start with some pennies. First off, we've got some 2009s. Decent condition. And of course, we will check that one for doubling under the scope. Nope, don't see anything there, unfortunately. Nope, nothing there. Still haven't found a double dyed 2009, but we're working on it. And a really nice 1964. It's got a couple spots on it, and I mean, you know, it's a 1964. It's not like it's super rare, but we'll keep it because it's mint state. A 1969 Denver with a nasty thumbprint on it, but still a nice looking coin. Overall, it's a decent red-brown. I'd say mostly red. And then we got a couple of 2017 P's, or Philadelphia's. And for those of you guys that don't know, this is the only year where a Philadelphia struck Lincoln cent had the mint mark of P, 2017. And there's also the possibility of doubling on these, but haven't found one yet. But I'll take a look at those off camera. And then a 1968 with this is a 1957 Denver. One of our wheat pennies. We only found one wheat penny, actually. Yeah, here's the counter stamp. This is a 1968S with a Kennedy counter stamp on it. We'll take a look at that. That must be for John Kennedy. I think it says 1963 on it. Year he was assassinated. So, and that's actually also the year that Robert was assassinated, 1968. Okay, to clarify what I was trying to say through my marble mouth there is, this is a counter stamp of Kennedy, as you can plainly see here. And actually, it looks like it was double counter stamped with the year 1963, the year he was assassinated, on a 1968 penny, the year his brother Robert was assassinated. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but there you go. And a close-up look at it. It's actually really cool, and I have a feeling that it was probably counter-stamped pretty close to 1968 when this penny first came out. Pretty awesome little counter stamp. Pretty awesome little piece of history. And we've got our nickels. And of course, me and Keith keep everything 1959 and back, so we've got a 1941. Another 1941, but this is a Denver. 1947. 1948. 1949. And I think the 49 is a Philadelphia. Not sure though. Let's see. Yeah, Philadelphia strike as well. And 1953. And that guy is a if it'll focus. That's a Denver. Not in the best looking shape, but we'll take it. 57 Denver. 57 Denver. And 57 Denver. And we have a really nice 1964. Again, not even kind of rare, but it's a good looking coin. Got a couple of steps on the back, which, as you guys know, is fairly rare for those late 1950s through late 1960s, even 1970s nickels, early 1970 nickels. Typically, it just looked like they were struck through pudding, like there was like no steps whatsoever. This one actually has a couple of steps. As you can see, there's actually some steps there. And it almost looks like when it was first struck, it may have been full steps. Most of what's gone could actually be circulation and or damage. So, I mean, it's nothing to brag about, but still a decent looking coin. 1999 Denver in decent condition, but I just kind of liked the matte finish on there. Don't judge me. It's a good looking coin. And a 2011 Denver that is pretty nice mid-state condition. Very few flaws on it, so we'll keep that as well. And then we've got one single dime, but it's a good one. 1947, and I think it's a San Francisco strike. She's certainly in a Butte, Clark. Tell me if you guys get that reference. But anyways, 1947. Ugly, but silver dime. And, oh yeah, there's also a S mint mark on it, which is pretty cool. Beat up, but beautiful to us. 90% silver. All right. Then we have some 2020 Denver Weir Farm quarters in mint state condition. We're keeping all of these because we don't know how many of these they're going to strike, of course, with the pandemic going on. So kind of trying to hold on to all of the really decent looking ones. If they're really hammered, we're not going to keep them because they're just, it's probably not going to be worth it. I mean, who knows? These things could be worth money regardless, but we're definitely keeping the nicer ones. And if anybody gets any rolls of these, especially Philadelphia's, since we're out here on the West Coast and can't really get Philadelphia's, let us know. We'll trade you for something. If you want to get rid of a roll or even just a couple of single coins or whatever, hit us in the email or in the comment section, and we can send you our email. And then this one is also a Weir Farm, but it's fairly struck through grease, so let's take a look at that one. You can kind of see where it's struck through grease. All those ripples there on the finish, and of course struck through grease. Whenever the mint worker has to polish a die, there's a polishing compound that they use and or what is called grease. And they don't always get it off of the dies completely, and that leaves this imperfection on the finish. Instead of it being a nice shiny field, and sometimes even on the devices, you can see those ripples. Just where there's a little bit of something, a little bit of foreign stuff between the die and the planchet when it strikes it, leaving this imperfection. We actually find quite a few struck through grease coins, but not as many as we used to. It's kind of strange how things kind of ebb and flow like that. Just like the extra claw quarters that we were finding, the 2008 Alaskas, we haven't found any of those in a while. Kind of strange. Of course, there's a lot less coins to go through, but we are finding the Alaska quarters, but no extra claw. And we have a single Salt River Bay 2020. Got some 2009s in decent condition. We keep them AU or better. This one might be the lower echelon of AU, but we'll see. These other ones, though, are pretty nice. And then we have some Canadians. 1986, 2008, and 2001. And if any of our friends north of the border there would like to do any trading, we would also be down for that, because we don't get a whole lot of Canadian quarters or coins, period. This is, I mean, these three in these customer rolls are probably the most that we've found in quite a while. We might find one or two here or there in an entire box, but three like this is pretty impressive. And then last but not least, we have an American Memorial Park. Pretty well hammered. Wouldn't typically keep that, except of course it being American Memorial Park. It is a West Point. Pretty awesome. I mean, we have literally we've got probably close to 2 full tubes, and each tube contains 40 coins of West Point American Memorial Park. We have a decent amount of the others, but not so much, when it comes to these. We have a ton of them. If anybody out there has any of the 2020 W quarters that they're looking to get rid of for trade, let us know. We got plenty of American Memorial Parks, or trade whatever. Let us know what you're looking for. And there she be. It's a dub. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, yeah, sure. We have a whole lot of these American Memorial Park W's, but they only made 2 million of them. So, either way, it's a win. It's always a thrill to find that W. And that's pretty much all we've got to share for you guys this time. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Best way to help out the channel. If you want to get notifications every time we upload a new video, go ahead and tick that bell. And until next time, guys, God bless. Love you all. We will see you soon, and stay safe.